Alright, so I'm here at the Love's and I got a shower, and I wish I would have showed you the process of how you get the shower, but it's on your app. You get a phone app for it, or you have the card. Either way, you get a ticket from the register. There's a code you put in the door on the other side, and then you walk in. And you have your own toilet paper, you have your sink, you have soap, you got a mirror, dressing table, whatever you want to call it, a fan, and of course the shower. In the shower you have some soap, but that's really it. So it's pretty convenient for truck drivers where they can go ahead and get cleaned up. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everybody. And they even give you a towel. Face towel, body towel, and of course your feet. I wouldn't recommend using it. I'd recommend to use or bring your own towel. You know, even bring your own soap, bring your shower shoes, all that stuff. You don't want to use nothing here at a truck stop. After receiving my load, I went ahead and noticed that the clouds were coming in pretty strong. As you can tell in the video, it's very gray outside. It is starting to get really, really cold. It was very windy. I think the wind advisory was maximum of like 40 miles per hour. And at this point, I was pretty heavy. I actually had rolls of paper in my trailer. And not just a small little roll. These things are like, they're as wide as the trailer, just about. A little bit smaller than the width of a trailer, but they are very heavy. And total weight, truck and the freight, I believe, was about maybe 76, something around there. So of course, I didn't blow too hard because my trailer was very heavy, but I did not feel like getting caught in the storm. You know, they were calling for ice, they were calling for snow. And it was roughly 36 degrees, so I'm like, well, you know, if it does snow, it's not going to really affect me. It'll melt, and I'm pretty heavy, and I can keep on rolling. But I was very tired. I woke up, you know, like around midnight. And as you can see, it is about probably, I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock right about here. So I didn't roll, you know, too long for this day. But my appointment is not until Monday. And so I had plenty of time. I had like 3 days or 4 days to kill. Anyway, so I'm traveling up to the closest Love's travel center, and I found it over here. And so we're going to go ahead and enter the scale and get my cat ticket. Now when you jump onto the scale, you want to make sure that your wheels on your trailer and your truck are on the scales correctly, because if you do not weigh it correctly and you drive down the highway and you happen to get pulled over by DOT, or you happen to go to a scale house and they want to weigh you, you could be into a lot of trouble. So you just want to make sure that your tractor and trailer are properly mounted onto the scale here. So you jump up on the scale, and there's only one way to enter, and it says enter, not do not enter. I've seen truck drivers come onto the scale house in reverse, where the do not enter sign is looking at them. Oh boy. Anyway, once you get onto the scale, you hit a little button on the left side here, which I wish I would have showed you. And then the lady comes on the microphone or the little speaker box and she says, is this your first weigh or is this your re-weigh? And you tell them, it's my first weigh. And then they say, what is your truck number? And you give them your truck number. And then they say, okay, what is your company name? And you tell them. And then they say to come on inside and grab your ticket. And so after you do that, you drive off of the scale and you park somewhere out of the way for other truckers so they can use the scale. And once you go inside, or as you're walking inside, you are praying to the mighty heavens above that you pass the test, that you weighed your trailer correctly, and there's no adjustments to be needed. And then you can either stop for the night, sleep happy, or you have to readjust your tandems, adjust your trailer, and then reweigh. If you don't have to reweigh, that's fantastic. You feel so happy. You're like, I passed, and then you go ahead and park, take a nap, and then start rolling after your break is over, or you just jump on the highway and go to your receiver. All right, guys. Thanks for watching so much. You guys are awesome. Now, as you can see, this truck stop here is a very small Love's. I believe there's only 2 showers in here, and they were packed. As you can see, the fuel island is jammed up with all the different trucks. And of course, I'm sure I'm not the only one who had weighed, because after you weigh your truck and your trailer, you got to park somewhere convenient out of the way, right? So a lot of people will park just after the pumps, which you'll see here on the left side. These truckers here, they just came in, but sometimes truckers will park right there after they weigh, and that's fine. You can do that. Just don't take forever inside, right? Because you have guys behind you. So the best thing to do is to find a parking spot, and if there's not a parking spot inside the small Love's, well, then you can park on the side of the road right here. The only thing is people hate to walk. Anyway, so I just weighed out. It took a while because they're so busy, and now I'm going to park because I believe I'm ready for my 10-hour break. So once I park back into my spot, I'm going to walk myself in this freezing weather because it is very cold and it's so windy, and look at the skies. It's about to come down on me, but I don't care. So I'll back up here and park my truck, and then I'll walk myself inside the Love's and get my ticket. All right. And good morning at 0200. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I should have been awake around midnight, but I overslept, which it really didn't matter because my goal was to allow that storm to pass, which it did. It did snow a little bit, and I was actually going to go film outside, but man, it was cold and windy, and I decided not to, and just to stay warm in my truck. But so now I'm traveling. I'm in Kansas still, and I'm headed to my main goal is another Love's located in Illinois. That's the goal anyway. All right, guys, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.